Hello guys, welcome to my YouTube channel Programming Hub. Today we are going to discuss an interesting topic and the new type of topic in my whole lecture series of C programming. So today we are going to discuss about the structure in the C programming. So as you can see on your screen, here is a program, the basic program of the structure, how the structure syntax is going to be made in the C programming language in the Turbo C software, and how it is going to be executed. And first of all, I want to share you what is structure and why it is used in the C programming. And further that we will going to understand each and every statement inside this structure program. So I hope you all understand easily and very much clearly about the concept of the structure in the C programming. So let's start about the definition of the structure. So what is structure? Structure is nothing but a group of the variables of different data types represented by a single name. Let's take an example to understand the need of a structure in C programming. Okay, let's say we need to store the data of the students like student name, age, address, ID, etc. So one way of doing this would be creating a different variable, okay, for each attribute. However, when you need to store the data of the multiple students, then in that case you would need to create these several variables again for each and every student. This is such a big type of headache to store data in this way because it becomes very much lengthy. So we can solve we can solve this problem by easily using a structure type of data. Okay, so we can create a structure that has members for name, ID, address, and age. Okay, and then we can create in variables of this structure for each student. Okay, so here as you can see in this program, here stud1 is the structure variable. Okay, so you can make as many as variables you want in your structure. Okay, so this information, as you can see, struct student integer a, this information remains remains similar for each and every variable, structure variable you want. Okay, but here only the number of variables, student 1, student 2, student 3, up to as many as you want, you can create the variables. Okay, so this is how the structure of the concept of structure comes in picture. Okay, so I'm just going to I think you gonna understand the definition and why the structure is going to be used in the C programming. Now what I'm going to just do the explaining each and every statement that I have written in the simple basic type of structure program. Okay, so as you can see here, the first command line which tells the user about the program, that this program is about using the structure inside. Okay, and then here it is the library function hash includes standard input output, console input output, and string.h. Why we use string? Because we are going to use the string function in our program. Okay, now here is our main syntax of structure. Struct student. Student, beside of student you can take any example, any variable name, any structure name you want. Okay, but whether it is related to bank, then you can make it struct bank. Okay, then employees 1, employees 2, you can give structure any name as you want. It is a type of variable type of name. Okay, structure student, I have assigned his student name here to my structure, and then opening brace of my structure, and then here I have assigned a 4 variables, with the a variable in the integer data type, b and c variable are the arrays with the character data type. Okay, and then d variable in the float data type, and then I have assigned here closing curly brace. After that, here is it my first variable, structure variable, which is stud1, simply means that student 1, and then semicolon. Okay, at the end, there are two ways to assign a variable inside the structure. Okay, one way is here, after the closing brackets you can just write the variable name and then semicolon, and the other way is you can write after void main, here void main function, then closing brace of void main, and after that you can just, here I have already made a comment line so that you can easily understand. Here you can make okay, as you can see here I have made student 1. Okay, now here struct student 1. So here I have, in my void main function, I have assigned a structure student a variable name of student 1. Okay, in this way also you can assign a variable type of name in the structure, but you have to only use one of these methods. If you use two of these methods in a single program, then it is going to show an error. So right now I'm just going to make it a comment so that it will don't interfere in my programming. Okay, and it does does not show me any error. After that, you have assigned a variable of the structure. Then here is our inside the void main function. We are going to write the first clear screen command, which is for not getting any previous result in my output section. That's why we use clear screen command. And after that, printf, enter your roll number. Here the system asks the user to write the roll number of student, okay, and that is going to assign to my variable name student1 dot a, means it is going to assign this int a, okay, it is of integer data type. And then system asks the user to write this student name, and here I have used percentage s. And you can see here in my whole lecture series I have used in the scanf function we are going to use and then we are going to use a variable name. But whenever you are going to write the string data type, and whenever you are going to write percentage s in the string function area, as you can see percentage s, then you are not going to write and here, okay. You can write and or you cannot write, it is type of optional here. So for not wasting the time, we are not going to use and here, okay, because it is not necessary, okay. And after that, here is a printf program. And also one thing you remember that whenever you are going to use a string header file, then also you can except of printf and scanf, you can just write puts and gets, okay. It is a type of use for easiness to whenever you are going to use a string type of data type, okay, string library function, sorry, okay. Now here third line is enter the date of joining and percentage s, okay. Here is n. Here I cannot write n because it is optional whether I am writing or not, so I'm not writing. It just makes my time easier, saves my time, okay. And after that, fourth variable is the percentage, and for that percentage f and okay. I hope you understand, okay. After that, here is our next line of printing all the details we have assigned to our different variables, okay. So printf, first in roll number is percentage d student1 dot a print, second is name percentage s student1 dot b, date of joining percentage s student1 dot c, and then percentage f student1 dot d, okay. And then gtch at the end of a program closing curly brace. I hope guys you now thinking about what this comment line says about, but this comment line is not related to this program. It is related to my next program, which is I'm going to show in the same video, okay. So first of all, let's run this program and see what happens in the output section. So control F9 is for running the program, and here we are in the output section. And here the system asks me to write the roll number, so I can write roll number, and then I have to write some name, so Jayesh, and then date of joining. You can write any date as you want with the slash mark or with the string mark, whatever you would prefer to be, okay. After that, enter the percentage. Here I have got rice percentage, okay. That's why I'm writing 89, and here we got the result as same as we have written above, okay. So this is how you make the variable. Here we have assigned a variable student1. Here it is only one variable. You can assign as many as number of variable you want, but the information for writing that is only one time, okay. You have to assign only one time. You have to only one time assign the integer data type for roll number, date of joining, and then and all the other stuff. Now in the same type of program, we are going to see another type in the structure format also. Here suppose I am just writing it as a command, not getting it as a comment line, and here I have just changed the student2, means I am here assigning another student, okay, student2. I hope you guys you now understand. And after that, we are not leaving any space, okay. It becomes different because in the C programming, C program is a kind of case sensitive language, so we cannot just space it between the variable name. You have to write on underscore, okay. You do not able to write the space between them, okay. After that, here the program is same. The user is writing the values for the student1 information, and here after that we have written the command as student2 is equal to student1. Now what happened with this command? Whatever the information we have written for the student1, is going to be assigned to my student 2. Okay, so this is program is also going to be work, and this type of program is called copying of the structure. Okay, means we are copying the whole structure of particular student to the whole structure of another student. Okay, by using just a simple command as student 2 is equal to student 1. And after that, here in the output section, the printf function, we are just what we are going to do, we are just going to do the printf, printing the details of the student 2. And what we get in the output section, as you understand that we are going to get the information that we have assigned for the student 1. So whatever we write in our output section as an input, means whatever we are assigning the values to my student 1 is also going to be assigned to my student 2, and that is going to be show me as a result. Okay, so here we are all, and I'm just going to run this program and see what happens in the output section. So here we are in the output section again, 5 dash and then 09/08/2000. You can write any date you want. Okay, and the percentage is now 90. Okay, here we are, but the result in both the programs are same, but there is a change in the running this program. Okay, in the command code there is a difference. Here in this program we have written whatever we are entering the information is for student 1, but what we get in the output is for the student 2 information. Here is a little bit change in this program. In my previous program on the same video, as you have seen, whatever we write for the student 1, we are getting that also in the as a student 1 information. Okay, but here the name of the student is changes. Okay, not the name but the information for the student switches. The student 1 has now the student 2 information now is same as the student 1. Okay, now I hope you all understand the basic structure of the basic syntax of the structure and how you are going to copying the structure in the C programming. So thank you guys for watching my video, and sure to like, subscribe and share to my YouTube channel.